There are moments in life that shake us. We feel lost, unworthy, disconnected from ourselves, from others, and even from Allah in those moments. We search for something pure, something that brings us back. And in Islam, that path of return, that moment of spiritual reset, is not just metaphorical. It's physical. It's called Ghusl. This, you wake up, confused by a dream. You feel unclean. Or, for women, your monthly cycle ends, and there's a sense of physical heaviness. Or you've just shared an intimate moment with your spouse, a beautiful union, but one that also reminds you of your obligations before Allah. In each of these moments, the body may feel tired, but the soul longs for a reset. It longs to worship. Again, to be able to raise your hands in dua and say, Ya Allah, I'm ready. And that readiness begins with ghusl. But here's the question. How many Muslims truly understand this sacred act? How many know how to perform it properly? How many delay their prayer, unsure of what to do next? How many go days, or even weeks, missing their salawat, thinking ghusl is complicated or impossible in their situation? In this video, we at Islamic Echoes will walk you through the process of ghusl, not just the steps, but the purpose, the beauty, and the deep spiritual significance of this sacred purification is more than just a shower. Yes, the Arabic word ghusl literally means washing or bathing, but in Islam, it refers to a very specific act of purification. It's an obligatory ritual bath, required in certain situations, to remove a state of major impurity, and return a person to a state of ritual purity, a state in which you are allowed to perform salah, touch the Quran, and engage in various acts of worship. There are two primary situations that require ghusl. Janaba, state of major impurity. This occurs after sexual intercourse, or seminal discharge, whether awake or during a wet dream post-menstruation, and post-nifas, postnatal bleeding for women. Ghusl is required after the completion of their menstrual cycle, or postpartum, bleeding before they resume prayer, and fasting. Understanding ghusl is critical because without it, your salah isn't valid. It's the gateway to entering the world of worship. And yet, it's often neglected or misunderstood. Now, let's go deeper. The first and most essential component of ghusl is niyyah. Intentness isn't about standing under the water and casually rinsing off. This is about mentally preparing yourself. It's about reminding your soul, I am washing not just my body, but cleansing my heart so I can stand before my Lord. The intention doesn't have to be verbal. You don't need to say anything out loud. You simply need to intend in your heart that this act of washing is for the sake of Allah, to become spiritually purified, so you may return to worship. According to the majority of scholars, merely washing the body without this intention doesn't count as ghusl. Now explore what's absolutely required for ghusl to be valid. The five obligatory parts of ghusl are minimal. And that's the beauty of our deen. It never burdens us beyond our capacity. According to the majority of scholars, for ghusl to be valid, the water must reach every part of your body, from head to toe, every crevice, including under the arms, inside the belly button, between the toes, behind the ears, the scalp, and roots of your hair. That's it. That's all that's required. As long as water touches your entire body, and you made the intention, your ghusl is valid. So, if you're in a rush, like students rushing to school after a wet dream, or workers heading out after a morning discharge, remember, just step under the shower, make your niyyah, and let the water flow over every inch of your body. Even a 1-minute shower is sufficient if done correctly. But if you want more, if you want the reward of following the beloved Sunnah of our Prophet Muhammad, then listen closely. This is how the Prophet Muhammad used to perform ghusl. According to authentic hadith, in the time of the Prophet, they didn't have showers or bathrooms like ours. They used buckets and utensils. Yet, despite those limitations, the Prophet Muhammad demonstrated the most beautiful and complete method of purification. Here's the Sunnah method step by step. Wash your private parts with your left hand, say bis, preferably before entering the bathroom or before undressing. Perform a complete wudu ablution, like for prayer, but leave the washing of your feet until the end. Pour water over your head 3 times, ensuring it reaches the roots of your hair, and scalp wash the right side of your body, then the left side of your body finally. Wash your feet. If you're not under running water, this method isn't just about physical cleanliness. It's about aligning yourself with the path of Rasulullah, both honoring the process of becoming spiritually prepared to connect with Allah. Many sisters ask, do I have to untie my braids? Must I unroll my hair every time? The answer, no. The scholars have agreed that for both post-intercourse and post-menstruation, Ghusl, a woman does not need to untie her hair, as long as water reaches the roots of her scalp, and majority of the hair is soaked. The Prophet Muhammad specifically exempted women from unbraiding, unless absolutely necessary however. After menstruation, scholars say it is recommended that the woman ensure water reaches deeply into the roots, to the best of her ability, but without overburdening herself. Islam is not a religion of hardship, but of mercy. Let's address a few important and often neglected issues. Missing ghusl, due to shame or time constraints. Some people avoid ghusl out of embarrassment or laziness. Especially younger people. They delay prayer, hoping to sneak around it. But know this. Hiding from prayer only hides you from Allah's mercy. Don't be ashamed. Ghusl is natural. And Allah is most forgiving. Thinking. A regular shower counts as ghusl. Not if there's no intention. And not if water hasn't touched the entire body. That's why many scholars emphasize the importance of knowing the niyah, and making sure no body part is left. Try neglecting ghusl leads to missed salah. This is serious. If you knowingly skip ghusl and pray, your prayer is not valid. If you forgot out of genuine forgetfulness or ignorance, then Allah may pardon you. But once you know, you must act. Here's another question. If I perform ghusl, do I still need to make wudu before praying? The answer, it depends on your method. If you follow the Sunnah method and make wudu as part of your ghusl, then yes, you're ready to pray immediately after ghusl. But if you just did the minimal obligatory ghusl, letting water touch your body with intention, but not making wudu, then you still need to perform wudu before prayer. So to be safe, include wudu in your ghusl. That way, you're fully prepared to worship without any doubts. Let's pause for a moment. Ghusl is not just a hygienic practice. It's not just ritualistic. It's deeply spiritual. Imagine the water washing over your skin. Every drop, cleansing not just your limbs, but your burdens. Washing away sin. Reviving your heart. Preparing you to bow again before your Lord. That is the power of ghusl. Prophet Muhammad said, when a Muslim performs wudu and washes his face, every sin he looked at comes out with the water when he washes his hands. Every sin they touched comes out when he washes his feet. Every sin they walk toward is washed away. So what then of a full body? It's not just a bath, it's rebirth as parents, teachers, and older siblings. We must educate the youth about ghusl, without shame, without fear. Teach them that this is a natural part of human life, and that Islam provides a solution, rooted in purity, mercy, and ease. Don't let our youth grow up confused, missing prayers, or feeling unworthy because no one took the time to teach them the beauty of this sacred act. Dear brothers and sisters, remember this. Allah does not burden a soul beyond what it can bear. Ghusl is not meant to be difficult. It's a door to prayer, to Quran, to Allah's mercy. So, the next time you're required to perform ghusl, don't delay, don't hesitate, don't think of it as a burden. Think of it as an opportunity to reset, to purify, to reconnect. And, now that you know, share this knowledge. Save someone from missing their prayer. Teach your children. Speak gently to your siblings. Let's revive the forgotten Sunnah, one shower at a time. If this video brought you clarity or peace, don't forget to support our channel, Islamic Echoes, by hitting that like button, subscribing, and turning on the bell icon so you never miss a reminder from the Quran. And Sunnah, leave a comment below telling us what other Islamic topics would you love for us to explain simply and clearly, like this one. Share this video with someone who may be struggling silently with these questions. You never know whose life you might change. Till next time, stay pure, stay connected, and stay on the path of light. This is Islamic Echoes, where your soul awakens.